I tried to meet as many of you just now so that I could overload my brain. I got at least 2 or 3 names right, so I feel pretty good about that from the first few weeks of intros. Let's see, so welcome to the quarterly meeting. Oddly enough, the screen is over there with all of the stuff that I'm going to talk about and point to, and I'm over here. So, watch me, watch the screen, talk amongst yourselves, whatever you prefer. So let's see. So welcome to the quarterly meeting. I'm Scott Vargo. Happy to be here as the new city manager in Golden. This is the start of my 4th week here at the city, and so it's been a whirlwind tour around, meeting folks, trying to orient myself to what everybody here is doing, what some of the priorities are for staff and for council and for the community, and so it's been really exciting. First few weeks. I told somebody the other day, so I was in Summit County before coming here as the manager, and I had been in Summit County for 23 years. And so I was sort of the person that people would come to when they wanted some sort of answer to a question that nobody else knew the answer to, nobody remembered what might have happened. And now I'm here, and I'm the guy that knows nothing about everything. And so it is a complete sort of refresh and restart, which is actually really exciting for me and something that I think is hopefully exciting and will be good for the community and for the city as well. And so anyway, I'm excited to be here. I think the first slide is some kudos. So we want to give Carly a huge round of applause. Stand up, take a bow. So Carly had the rough position to be in, to be an interim for an extended period of time. That can be challenging. She from all accounts did a fantastic job serving in that role. She has been a great asset to me in my first few weeks as well, has been at the ready to share with me information and background about what's going on. She's been doing the best she can to protect me from myself, and let me know where there might be some hazards that I'm going to run into and those sorts of things. And she has been fantastic. So again, another quick round for Carly. I was away when they made this presentation, so I'm going to have to look at the screen as we go through stuff, so I apologize for that. So that's my name, my title, and where my temporary apartment is in Golden. So I'm on the road. I was on the road this morning. I left Summit County around 6 o'clock this morning. I was fortunate enough to have a little golf trip that I had pre-planned with some friends from Summit County over the weekend, and then we got home late last night, and so I just stayed in Summit County. Again, I've set this out in a number of meetings, but anybody that's looking for a home in Summit County, look me up, share that information with your friends. We're still trying to sell our place up there. So, and then we'll start in earnest looking for our new place here. In the meantime, I'm living in an apartment townhouse here in Golden, which is actually super convenient to work and all of that. And there's a little brewery that's within walking distance, so that's also pretty nice. So, all right, next on here. Oh, okay, so meet my family. Katie, thank you for putting all of this together, by the way. Shout out for Katie. All right, so there was a suggestion that people might want to know something about me and maybe a little bit about my family and whatnot, and so so there are some pictures here. So I'm on the left. My mother is on the far right, and then my daughter with the San Diego State sweatshirt, my wife in the middle, and then my older daughter Riley on the second to the end. We did an escape room. I recommend them in San Diego. It was very fun. I had a great time. We solved the puzzle. Had my daughters not been there, we would have never solved the puzzle. So bring teenagers, young adults with you. You'll be more successful at the escape room. Let's see, this is me and my daughters. We like to do 14ers, and so we've done a number of 14ers together, and that was just one of the pictures that I had. I won't go through all of these photos, but the one on the bottom left is me, my wife, and Paul Bunyan in Minnesota. So there you go. It's not really Paul Bunyan. He comes and does events and stuff. But that is a real axe, and it is quite heavy and quite dangerous. He's got steel-toed shoes, but nobody that comes up to take a picture with him that then has to hold the axe has steel-toed shoes. So it's a bit of a safety hazard there. Let's see, and speaking of axes, top right, that was a bullseye that I threw at axe throwing. And so again, along with escape rooms, another good thing to go out and do with your family. Let's see, what else do we have here? On the left, that is my dog, who's 14 and a half years old, in a Chewbacca costume. He is one of the more vocal dogs that you'll ever find. He actually does sound like Chewbacca on a pretty regular basis. We took him out to an outdoor patio restaurant. He started talking, and all the tables around are laughing and laughing. And then about 4 or 5 minutes after he kept going, everybody was looking at us like, you want to quiet that dog down, perhaps? So yeah, we can't quiet him down. And then that's me on a paddleboard with our other dog, and that's the other dog on our patio at our house, again, which is for sale in Summit County. Let's see, that's, again, our dog, Hurley on the left, Rain on the right is our other dog, and then that's a moose that visited our yard, I think. I can't quite, yeah, that's the moose. And so we had pretty frequent visits from the moose in Frisco. The population's kind of out of control up there. Let's see. That's me getting a certificate at a leadership education class. That's a golf ball. I'm not sure about that one. I do like golf. This is true. I just said I went on a golf trip. And then that's me when I was down in Denver on March the 5th of 2020 at a Colorado Association of Ski Towns meeting. And we got word that Summit County had the first case of COVID in the state. And then immediately, the governor happened to be at that conference as well. So then we immediately rushed over to the Colorado Public Health Office in downtown and gave a press conference to the world and the state about the fact that Colorado now had a COVID case. And I don't know how much you guys remember about COVID when it first came out, but the big thing at the time was don't touch your face. And so we then went back to work in our emergency operations center to deal with all the ramifications of COVID. And we were just trying not to touch our faces. And it's amazing how many times you touch your face when you're not thinking about it. But that seemed to go by the wayside as they learned a little bit more about COVID. But so anyway, that's me, and then there's a governor in there as well. Okay, so am I doing this, Kristen, or somebody else is coming up? Ken? Who? Oh, okay. Here you go.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Bryn. I'm the superintendent of the water plant.
I'm Ken Grimes, IT manager.
All right, so we wanted to talk to you guys about core leadership a little bit. Has anyone heard of core? Woo! Yeah, some members, right?
Members.
We're recruiting more people into the group. So this is kind of how we explain ourselves. But we are a group of supervisors. We get together. Our goals are to break down some of the silos in the city, learn about other departments in the city, try to be of help where we can, try to definitely improve our supervisory skills, and learn new things about supervising.
So we do meet monthly, and as a group of supervisors, as Bryn said, we're able to, oftentimes, we'll go almost do a roundtable. What's going on in your department? What challenges are you having? And by going around and learning about what's going on, everybody can learn some of the challenges that any of the other departments are having. In PD, it's good to hear what challenges they're having, and a lot of the same ones come up, hiring people or whatever, and so we start to get both patterns and strategies to work and support each other. So anyway, we wanted to take this opportunity to ask any supervisors or leaders that have an interest in helping the city to break down some silos, join a group of what's become a good group of friends as well, to come in, talk. We meet once a month, and sometimes we will do projects. It can come from management team or within our team and everything like that. It's worked out to be a good thing for both each individual, our group, and the city. So if you're a leader or a group, please hit up any one of us that have the core leadership banner. We'd love to talk to you about coming on and helping out.
I think that's it. If you're interested in the group, reach out to one of us. We can tell you a little bit more about it, and you would just need director approval at that point, and we'd love to have you join.
All right, so because they weren't mic'd, I'm mic'd for the recording. So if anybody is interested in the core leadership group, please reach out to Ken or Bryn or anybody else that's a member of that organization. And again, I think I want to comment on one thing that Ken mentioned, and this idea of folks being able to bounce ideas off of one another, folks being able to understand what other departments and other functional areas are doing within the city. I think that is hugely important. A lot of times we don't understand as members of the Parks Department or somebody that's in community development or somebody that's in the wastewater plant or the water plant. They may not understand how what they're doing could affect or improve conditions within another part of the city. And so it is important for us to talk with one another, to get to know each other, to try to share experiences with one another. And so we do want to try to foster that as much as we can. Breaking out of the silos that may have existed or may exist, and trying to work together and cooperatively and, again, creatively with one another. So, mention that. Thank you again. All right, so we've got years of service awards, and Kristen will tell me if I do something wrong, but I believe these come out by their department heads, or department directors. And so this is the group of 5 years, and I won't go through everybody's names. You guys, can you guys see that? Okay, so all the way in the back they can see it. So these are the folks that deserve some recognition and a round of applause for 5 years of service with the city. Another good group of folks that are celebrating 10 years of service. And then an even bigger group that are celebrating 15 years of service. Several of you I met as I wandered around the room, so thank you very much and congratulations. And then 20 years. So 20 years, I know that at least two, if not all three of you are here. So Noy for 20 years, Jeff, 20 years, and Terry, did I meet Terry when I went through? She's at a conference. At a conference, okay, thank you. So 2 of the 3. So hey, congratulations to all 3 of you, and thank you very much for 20 years of service. All right, but we're not done. 25 years of service. So Tracy, Christine, and Marie, raise your hands if you're here. All right. All right, thank you very much, City of Golden. Appreciates that. All right, and one last recognition, individual recognition, and that's Jerry Stricker, who is I'm going to put this in quotes, retired fire chief with 30 years of experience. And I didn't see Jerry here at the fire table. I think he's somewhere abroad. So anyway, congratulations to him and a big round of applause for Jerry. All right, so then there are COG and Midas Awards, which I've been informed are a couple of individual or group-oriented awards and recognition for folks. I will be honest, I don't know a lot about, obviously, the program, and I don't know really much of anything other than what's going to be on the slide when I click it. But I want to thank everybody in advance for participating in it and perhaps being one of the award winners. So Will Stambaugh and Company, installing a large mainline isolation valve at Fossil Trace. So is Will and Company here? All right, there we go. All right, so congratulations. And then next we have utilities, James Romero. I'm going to apologize for any name that I butcher, or I'll just skip the last name if I can make out the first name. Chris, Matthew Douglas, and Mark Williams, cleaning and rehabilitating the city's main sewage interceptor facility for the first time in 20 years. So there was only a few people here that were here before that. So congratulations. Thank you. All right, and then we have Parks, David Chavez, Jessica Simonson, Lennon Jobin, Micah Hodgden, Nick Walton, Kevin Loika, Zach, Ruth Schmidt, and Andrew Daniels. So for all of their help with setting up and taking down the employee summer picnic, which I understand is quite a good shindig. You guys have a good time there. So thank you to all of you, and if you're here. All right, and Samuel Zrust. I think I met Sam. Yeah, there you are, okay. So Sam is an environmental technician. The comment here is great attitude with taking on responsibilities outside of his job description to make the city maintain compliance while being so short-staffed. Thank you very much. And Katie, I know Katie. So Katie is in Human Resources. She put together this slideshow, so we'll add that to this. Increased engagement and positively contributed to Golden's culture and this PowerPoint presentation. All right, thank you very much. All right, Lisa Peterson. Lisa's here. There you are. Court administrator initiating and implementing the personal recognizance bonding program for the police department. Thank you very much, Lisa. Oh, all right, so that's it. So big round of applause for everybody that got a COG or a Midas Award. All right, we had asked for questions, and we got very little response. But we did get one, and that one question was, is the city considering closing offices on Fridays to meet sustainability goals? And that's paraphrased. That's not the exact question. And so we put that in there. I think that the city is looking at its goals. It's looking at all of its programs. With me coming in as a fresh start, as a new set of ideas, we're looking at all kinds of things. And so we appreciate ideas like this. There's nothing actively in the works in terms of shutting down facilities on a day of the week at this point, but that's certainly something that we'll consider and we'll look at as part of sustainability, as part of work-life balance, et cetera. And so we'll certainly keep that in mind. All right. So that's the only question that was left there. I'll take a risk and offer it up to folks in the room if you've got a question, if you want to know what my golf handicap is, any other bits about me or about what I see happening in the city, I'm happy to try and answer. And if I don't have the answer, I'll just make something up. So, anybody? You're all just too hungry, right? But they don't come. Well, they kind of. Oh, they are there. Okay. So the burritos have arrived. All right. Well, if there are no questions, I do hope that as I walk around facilities, as I'm doing tours, as I'm just going for a meeting or whatnot, that you guys will feel comfortable stopping me and saying hello, asking me a question if you've got it. I won't have all the answers, but I'm happy to listen. And happy to get to know each of you a little bit better. So thanks very much. And do I send him to the burritos? All right. I heard that. All right. Have at it. That table's last.